Hello again. Here we are. I've put a couple different coats of paint on it. I'm trying to follow the same sequence of paint colors and metallic powders that I did on the shoulder piece. I'm following this kind of ridiculously long sequence of colors and brushings to get a similar look. It's kind of hard to tell because I seem to remember the last time I did this, I got a slightly different, more saturated color after I sprayed the gloss over it. It really brought out a lot more of the colors. So it's going to be one of those things you can't quite tell until you're all kind of done with it. The gold up here, I've just kind of done a quick gold coating on it. It's probably going to get refined quite a bit, as will the face. I kind of like what's going on right here in terms of color. He's got the most interesting combination of green and bronze in all the pictures that I see. And it's really hard to tell with the lighting too. It looks pretty good back here. For some reason the lighting is pretty harsh and it's kind of hard to see some of the details here because it's so glossy in the camera. His cheek, for example, is not glowing nuclear hot like that in person. It's a little bit softer, but this has taken a lot longer than the shoulder piece, just due to its size. You see, I put it on this nice little ladder here to hold it. Holds it really well too. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of these. I really want these larger, grooves here to be a distinctly different color, and they were originally. But as I brush over it, the greens and stuff spill in there. So I'm probably have to go over those again. Not to mention a few more brushings. I think I need to brush over it again with a bronze or gold to make it just a little bit more yellowish. I don't know. I'm kind of liking where this area is. The gold definitely needs to be tweaked a bit. It's a little too fake gold. It looks like a gold painted block of wood in a cheap movie, kind of deal. But we'll get there with that. I think a lot of it's gonna really pop once you spray the semi-gloss over it, and then kind of sand it a little smoother, and then put another layer on it. That was definitely the case with the shoulder piece. Let's see. I'm actually using this big brush here, and that really makes it easy to just kind of, brush on, metallic powder with some varnish, and then go over it again with a green paint and a bronze paint, and to get this kind of complicated color going on here. I think that's a problem with a lot of metallic paintings that I see on props and cosplay and stuff, is they just kind of make it like a single color. Like they'll just make it a single gold and be like, well, that's good. And it really doesn't pop until you start adding all these other colors in there to give it a much more complicated look to it. It's like, well, what color is that? Is that green? Is that silver? Is it bronze? Like right up here, it looks like a metal, whose color is kind of hard. Oh, hey, there's me. Well, you guys don't need to see that, especially because I'm in my underwear. The face looks really plain right now because it's mostly one color. I might bust my airbrush out here. Need to define this kind of silver trim around his face. It's definitely a different color, and I have it here a little bit. I might make it a little more noticeable. As far as the eye goes, now I tried playing around with this little piece here. The paint does stick to this nicely. It looks like crap when I put it. Let's see if I can actually do this and hold the camera at the same time. I mean, it just does not quite look good, to say the least. I think it may take something more smooth, like an airbrush, and just kind of build up some layers, because you can still kind of see through the yellow. Basically, you just need to be able to see well enough to not bump into people in front of you if you're at like a MegaCon or something like that. But here we are, pretty happy with the way it's going. I've been working on this several hours today. It just takes so long to meticulously paint over this whole thing without, getting paint in all the different grooves where you don't want it, but it kind of happens anyways. But yeah, there we are.